Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York City. I'm going to talk about a piece I wrote for Maria Cott's writing group here at St. Francis of Assisi. This is Robin Birdsong, who was St. Francis of Assisi. This is Father Tom, the priest, Catholic priest who founded this St. Francis of Assisi's Residence 3. He may have founded Residences 1 and 2, I'm not sure. First, let me do a little mainstream inclusive and marginalized. Black Lives Matter, racism, a conservative perspective. Larry Elder, brother of Eve. The channel is the Rubin Report. You want to see this. It is full of information, current information, not 1950s information. Please check this out. You just Google Black Lives Matter, racism, a conservative's perspective at the Rubin Report, okay? And then another video you must see is called Larry Elder, Black Men Crushed by Excuses, Not Racism, Talks on Hating, at the Jesse Lee Peterson Bond meeting, B-O-N-D, that's the name of the father-son organization Jesse Lee Peterson of Newsmax TV has founded. Okay, so you Google Larry Elder, Black Men Crushed by Excuses, and you'll get that one. Okay? All right, those are it's important that you be informed. You can't make a correct decision unless you're informed. Okay? All right. So this is what I wrote for the writing group. A, if you've got something to say, let's see, who should I focus on? Let's focus on Robin for now. Okay. She was also Dr. Seuss. She was also very helpful in developing Talk and Share, which is a cure for madness, and gives you peace of mind because it gives you release of festering emotions, unconscious emotions. Okay, if you've got something to say and you don't say it, you're a lie. I helped my husband hit it big. He and Kanye West did a gig. Can you hear me? Let me just bring this over here. I spill coffee on the paper. Any coffee drinker understands that happens. Okay, I'm going to put Robin's picture so you can see it. Okay. I helped my husband hit it big. He and Kanye West did a gig. They got Grammys for a song, Stronger. For a hit, It Took Me Longer. That don't mean I was wronger. I had to untangle the web he wove. Now I cleared up the shit. She hit. Shows she's not a misfit. She's a spirit, wholly, totally, of all of it. What you got to say for yourself? It took me so long because I had to write a long song to fit all the places where they belonged. To fit all the pieces into the places where they belonged. To the humans, to the manner born, heaven I transformed. From sea to shining sea, up in the sky as far as the eye can see. As the daughter of the sun, his glory is my legacy, 'cause he sparked the seeds Gurinder Singh placed in me. My twins are not sins. They were immaculately conceived. They can easily breathe. Their birth can be believed. Their mother of the earth, Eve, is technically 73. I wrote me a song on What It Is. That's the name of the album, the Edwin Birdsong album that I wrote the lyrics for, that he took all the money and credit from. I wrote me a song on what it is, Whether it belonged, it wasn't bullshit. God's Home, that was the name of the song. Everlasting Bliss. But Gurinder Singh Ji got mad when they Satsangi snubbed me and closed it. They were too bad. God's home they did not fit. So heaven I transformed. I brought it down to earth. To the manner born, I gave earth a rebirth. From now on, heaven will be on earth. The past births were to rehearse. At this time, the good will go first. The Holy Royal Family Ministry are people who did their best to keep us, USA, good and free. The ones who wouldn't let our enemies go so far. The ones who kept America the star. Trump and Pence, Gurus Gobind Singh Ji, Sardar Jagat Singh Ji, and Teague Bahadur Singh Ji for Jesus Christ equivalence. G for Jesus Christ equivalence. Guru Govinda Singh Ji, Jesus Christ, made them all triumph, led by the first female Jesus Christ, Evangeline Einstein. She'd once been Christ's wife. She earned the title, smushed American Idol. She outworked, out-sacrificed thrice the men who'd been the ones who had gotten it right. The daughter of the sun, the supreme beam, brought the earth so much light. She was the muse who amused. Eve, the mother of the earth, brought heaven down to earth. For all its worth, no more death, keep your present birth. Everybody won. For billions of years I was scorned, tattered and torn, didn't matter, but I just kept going on. I knew I was inherently good. Like my father, steadfast I stood. At last, I justified why I was born. Shit. See her hit. Heaven I transformed. Now life can go on and on and on. Let the music play on and on and on for eternity. We now know how to set love free. Love the one we want to be. This, the gift I, the mother, gives to thee. Happiness for eternity. If you're willing to accept we, the people, human individuals living, loving peacefully, rubbing elbows with each other, and what they know, what they got to show, for all those past lives they lived, learned and grew, plus Eve's mainstreaming clues to you. You're getting a lot of gifts here. It says, Eve Einstein, I owe you a good life that goes on and on and on. So may you delight in knowing heaven is transforming, 'cause heaven I transformed. I brought it down to earth, the atmosphere of my birth. Shehit, this new planet of bliss. Find your true love and give them a clean new kiss. Tell them this, it's a brand new morn, 'cause heaven I transformed. I brought it down to earth. The past was for to rehearse. Now for what you're worth, you'll get your pay. The good get to stay. The bad, hey, be on your way. Back down to the animal kingdom. Not a whole lot of fun. You should have listened to the warning drums. You get done to you what it is you did do. Heaven is only for a few, 'cause only a few took the true point of view. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. Tell the good, the happy truth. Cut the corn and pull the roots. Heaven I transform. Toot, toot, toot. Let justice prevail. Welcome the good to stay in heaven. Let the bad go to hell. Heaven I transformed. Let the good life go on and on and on. For eternity, humans can dance while the sun can see. How good it feels to be free. How good it feels to be happy. Thank you, Father, the supreme being, the sun. We, the ones who worked harder, are rewarded, are all allowed to go on and on and on. 'Cause our Mother Eve did breed, did bleed, did breathe the good new life into yesterday's vice. To the manner born, heaven I did transform. I brought it down to earth. We can live on and on. We can grow organic food in the dirt. Heaven I did transform to the manner born. The humans are now royals for billions of years. They did toil. They created, did not spoil, reinvigorated depleted soil. Now with its new valuable earth, we can grow organic food in the dirt for all it's worth. The past was to test what's good enough to last, what one's the best. To the manner born, heaven I transformed. Take your time and listen to each line. I'm coming to you with a clear mind. For so long we the good's been trying. Now for joy we're crying. All the inspiration, our heart's creation. Unpaid occupations, volunteering, appearing. Others' joys been our wages. Now turn the pages. For the good volunteers being paid some of all the good they've done. The love in their life, family life, can go on and on and on. To the manner born, heaven I brought home, down to earth. Heaven I did transform, for what it's worth. It's all for you, did search. Bad people were fairly warned. One day heaven would be born. Not in the sky. Humans don't have to die. That this is it. Heaven I did transform. I brought it down to earth for the better, not the worse. Listen to the song. Hear the verse. To the manner born. Humans are new nobility. 'Cause heaven I transformed. If I'm scorned, I must be bad. No, you the good are not bad. The left is mad. They make us all feel sad, 'cause they don't want to do the hard work of applying salve to the wound to untomb the gladiator. Gladiator? Let him rewrite that tune, or go to hell. He's a monsoon, a baboon, a welfare baby doomed. Do order, mild red birdsong, Eve's deed pleased. Toot her horn, conclusions are foregone. Heaven I transformed in this epic poem. See yourself, be yourself, please yourself, achieve yourself. Perceive yourself, never grieve yourself. There is no last breath. To the manner born, 'cause heaven I did transform. And that's the end of the epic poem, Heaven I Did Transform. One last bit of news here. It says, on his new song, When I Fall in Love, from his new CD, Love, Michael Bublé is sitting at a bar as he sings in the beginning of the song. As he sings the words, When I Fell in Love, his fingers follow a line or two, as he probably did when he was first reading the lines in the song. He's been drinking. He's singing Eve's lines as he loves her and has become her. You become that which you love. Eve loves a violin. When she was in the body of Albert Einstein, she played the violin every chance she got. It's the most difficult instrument to master, but he was an Ashkenazi Jew, the smartest group, the group with the highest IQ, as they don't marry much outside their family. They didn't want their gene pool messed up by dummies. Scientist Michio Kaku says Americans are dummies. They have the worst education system known to science. I note, it's nothing more than the voice of the leftists, the colleges and schools, the Democrat Party, propaganda brainwashing of our children. That's the educational system in America, public education system, teaching them what to think, the left-wing agenda, not how to think, which is what education is supposed to be about. Let's see, what else was I going to say about the violin? Oh, in the video, When I Fall in Love, after Michael Bublé traces the words on the bar counter, the violins come in and he jumps back just a little. It's subtle, but you can see him jump back, just like David Foster in the song It's a Man's World. When it comes on, when Seal comes on singing that song, David Foster jumps back from the piano. His arms go up and his body goes back, just like Eve is kissing his member or something. I think that's that body language, because he was Eve's what do you call, slave master. She was his sex slave, and when he says it's a man's world, David Foster feels that. All right, how I got on David Foster, I don't know, because I was talking about St. Francis. Okay, so this is Mild Red Songbird in New York saying goodbye. This is St. Francis of Assisi Robin Birdsong. This is Father Tom, the founder of St. Francis Residence 3 in Manhattan. This is the program director at St. Francis 3, Chris, and the banking person and writing group teacher, Maria Kant. Milton Harris, who was John Milton, who wrote Paradise Lost and Homer and the Iliad. Okay, we'll talk to you again when we have more information for you. So long.